What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a new video. Another cam kit, another LS. Really nice Monaro. I really like this color. It's a really nice car. So the old coupe, sport Commodore, very cool. So LS1, we are essentially doing the exact same combo that we put in the Tough Stato and the WK. So this one's getting just reconditioned 799 heads with stock ports, the same way the Statesman was. The exact same cam. Obviously this one's, we've got a converter ordered for this one from As New Transmissions products, so we'll be getting a red diamond converter, a complete OSP warehouse cam kit, all the berries, plus our tune, obviously, and looking forward to seeing how this one goes. So unfortunately for this car, currently our dyno computer has finally kicked the bucket. We rode that out for as long as we possibly could. But we've got the new computer in the cabinet at the moment, but we are waiting for Dyno Dynamics to upgrade all our software for the dyno so that we can actually get the dyno back online on our new operating system. So unfortunately that's not going to be happening until next week because of Dyno Dynamics software engineers. Long story, but it's not going to happen until next week, and we can't afford to just sort of sit around for, you know, until next week just to get a pre-run on this car. So unfortunately we're going to have no pre-runs on this car. We're not going to know exactly what it was making in the guise that it is at the moment, but as far as we're aware, the only modification that it has is the exhaust system that's on it at the moment. So we'll sort that exhaust system as it comes out, but yeah, unfortunately we won't have any pre-runs just because of the situation we're in with our dyno. So that sucks, but it is what it is. Oh, that is some serious grossness.
Disgusting!
Oh goodness. That's some of the worst I've seen, honestly. This car has been very neglected. Oh well, yeah, we'll just see once we get this out and start pulling it like right down to a short block. We'll have a look and I'll have a talk to the people that own the car. Because, yeah, looking at that, these bearings might not be super happy. We'll have a look. But it may, yeah, obviously, it is the best time to do a rebuild if anyone wants to do a rebuild when you've already got it completely pulled down to a short block. Obviously, you know, from there to do a rebuild is a lot less work than, you know, because you've already got it mostly pulled apart. So we'll talk to the owners about whether they want us to at least just pull a couple of caps and check. But yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll see what the cam bearings look like, and yeah, just have a look. But yeah, that's pretty gross. All right, we got one LS out. So due to it just being generally fairly dirty, now that we've got the motor out, we have decided we're going to give the engine bay of this car like a real good wash down, real good clean up. So just prepping all the ground and stuff, getting everything off the ground so that we can get the gurney in here and give it a real good wash. And then obviously we'll get the LS out and give it a big wash down as well.
Built up around the head bolts and like in the ends where the oil drain is. Like look at that, it's over the top of the
drain.
Like that's fucking nuts.
It is crazy.
That's what I mean. It looks like this thing's done like 600,000 Ks and had 3 oil changes.
Yeah, the poor thing has been very neglected at some point in its life. It's hard because
it's crusty on the top.
It's hard because like often it's not even the owners of the car, it's like a previous owner.
Yeah.
Which is the thing that sucks. And you know, you don't know until you get to this point where you're pulling stuff off and having a look inside. There's no way to know. I don't believe that this had anything to do with the people that own the car now. They genuinely love this car. So that's what sucks about it. That's what's upsetting about it, is obviously at some point someone has really neglected this thing, but I think you would never know that it looked like this inside. You'd only know if you started really pulling it apart like we are now. So anyway, if you look at the cam, we'll have a better look when we actually pull it out, but you can see the hard facing on the cam starting to go. So like I said, it's lucky it's here now for what it's getting now, because I really don't think that this would have lasted too much longer. It's amazing looking at the condition of all this, that these lifters are all still alive. It's yeah, it's amazing to me that it hasn't collapsed the lifter the way this is. So Yeah.
How was that?
Disgusting.
Yeah. It's like hard coated everywhere.
Carbon.
You can't see it properly, but the peacock is just fucking shoppers.
Oh,
It's yuck.
this is yuck. Righto guys, we've talked to the owners, we've sent them all the photos, and basically, yeah, as we have said, it's the only way forward is to rebuild this thing. So that's what we're doing. It's getting a full rebuild, so it's time to pull it down, get it to machine shop, get it all sorted, and yeah, it should be good. It's gonna be awesome. We'll get Bo super involved in this one and really get Bo involved in doing bottom end assembly and actually blueprinting and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. It's going to be good. So full rebuild. All right, this pull down's not looking too great. Our poor old crank is not very happy.
No, it's not
She's
very happy at all.
pretty unstoked. Have a look at this main. Look at that. That's pretty crazy.
This is so bullshit that you just start off with this fucking tool.
Never even had to struggle.
Yeah, the amount of skin I've lost off my knuckles and stuff. You should have to go through that.
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah. Just rock up here, get all the fancy tools.
No, this is
Makes it easy.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
poor old thing was not very happy.
It's not looking that good for this crank either. Like, even that, like you can, I don't know if you've got the light, but like it looks like a watermark, but you can feel that, you can hear that. It's not very good.
So looking at these bores as well, we're pretty not in a very good way. Might be a bit hard to see with the yeah, there you go, that light's a bit better, but
That's
yeah,
horrible.
these bores are cooked. I'm not sure, I don't even think I'm going to be able to get away with stock pistons.
What happened to this engine?
So yeah, not in a very good way. Yum.
Oh Lord, please help
Get
me
off
now.
me.
I got the poo armor.
I got the poo armor.
Righto, boys and girls, so the big Monaro engine's just about ready to start going back together. All looking all fresh. I just did the final cleanup on the block, so I just got to prep the bores. I gapped the rings this morning. The rings are all gapped. These are our new slightly oversized Hypertech pistons on the old rods, all ready to go. Got some bearings here. But the last thing I'm waiting on is just some new hardware, some new main bolts and new rod bolts, which should be here today or tomorrow, but do all my bearing clearances and have this thing pretty much ready to slam together. Bo's already set up the heads. So Bo's already smacked the heads together. They're ready to go. We've already got a CHE trunnion upgraded set of rockers out on the shelf. They're ready to go. So ready to party. Get this thing together. See how she goes. Looking forward to this one. Yeah, surprisingly, with what our machine shop was able to source and do and get together for us, even we were real surprised at the pricing. So it's really good that these people, the owners of this car, are actually getting out of this complete rebuild really, really cheap, or really well priced anyway. So it's really good outcome. So anyway, I'll prep these bores, start getting all of our plugs back in the block now that it's all been cleaned up, and do some bearing clearances. I'm not really going to film heaps of it, guys. It's all stuff that we've been through a million times. It's not super important, I feel like, to this video. This video is more about how this cam and these heads behave in this combo, with some other spicy things or little upgrades that we want to try to see how things respond. So it's the main point of the video. Just going to get this thing together. We'll check back in then. But for anyone that's wondering, getting out obviously this little rebuild, new rings and bearings and hardware for the bottom end, which was not planned, but it's here. And apart from that, the complete OSP Warehouse Level 2 cam upgrade kit with a Pro Cams 1212 grind, and all of our regular things that we do, CHE trunnion upgrade, LS7 lifter kit, all the things that come with that Level 2 kit. So, righto guys, we're working through this. We've done all our rod bearings, rod clearances all came up good. Moving on to mains now. I had to spend a lot of time cleaning up these main caps. They should have gone with the block to the machine shop so they could have gone in the acid bath with the block, but they didn't. So I had to spend ages cleaning them up. They are so caked in crap. But anyway, we got them cleaned, rolling through doing our mains now. I'm still just waiting for our new main bolts and rod bolts to get here, but once they're here, all these clearances will be done and it'll just be time to smack this together. Righto guys, Big Bad LS is just about you know, going together pretty well. I ended up staying on last night. I worked till about 1 o'clock this morning. Just working on getting this together. Just because it was going to be a much more productive day for Bo today if it was already together than if it wasn't. So, stayed on last night. I got to go run some errands today, but while I'm gone, Bo can actually sort of just finish it off, get it finalised together, and hopefully get it in the car today. And then hopefully tomorrow we can tune it, and that'll be a good week. But it's coming together really nice, looks great. Everything's going really, really well. Rightio, Bo's ready to start smacking this in. Loaded up, ready to go for a machine shop run and get it all sorted out. Yeah, you are. Bo's been smacking this out. Engine's in the car. Our freshly painted pipes that are all fresh painted and nice and beautiful. It looks great. It really does look great. So, looking good. So at the moment we're just working on getting our transcooler kit fitted from PWR. It's part of our deal. Got our new converter in there. Everything's Mickey Mouse. So it's going awesome. So I'd actually forgotten until today when I got here and had a look that this thing's still got the standard cat sections in it, which is a bit of a shame. I think that's really going to hold it back. As I think I already said in this video in another clip, I did order a 92mm throttle body to do some testing on this thing back to back, as we saw with the Stato. You know, that 404 wheel horsepower that it made with this cam and this pretty much this exact setup. That's where it really started to we started to see a little bit of vacuum in that intake manifold, and I always wanted to test a different throttle body on that setup, but I never had a chance. So I had one there ready for this thing in preparation for doing some testing. But given that it's still got stock cat sections in it, I don't think we're going to get to that point. I think it's going to be held back before we get to a point where we can actually see whether that throttle body makes much difference, which is a bit of a shame. But anyway, it is what it is. Unfortunately, there's not actually, as weird as it is, and as many cars as we have that have that standard cat section that we like to upgrade. You know, you can buy extractors and then you buy a cat back, and then all you need to upgrade after that point is the cat sections. But it's actually quite difficult to find people who make a decent high flow cat section that's affordable and you can get, which is a shame because yeah, at the moment there's 3 cars here that we could use them for, that we would buy them for if we could get some. I might have to get onto our boys there at Black Ops Performance and see whether we can just buy cat sections from them. All right, we are ready to make some blub 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 noise. Us. Shout out to our boy there at Elite Fabworks. Us! And Raceworks, shout out to Raceworks. Rightio guys, so as you might have been able to see, it's not very happy, this muffler. It's blown out a heap of the packing. But anyway, as we expected, the exhaust on this thing's holding it back, hugely holding it back. So we ended up 360, that's all she's gonna do. You know, 362, 363, 361, so that's all it's gonna do with this exhaust on it. And I reckon literally just those cat sections, if you got rid of those 2 1/4 cat sections to some at least 2 1/2 high flow cats to match the rest of the exhaust, I reckon that alone would be worth 30 horsepower, like 25 to 30 horsepower. But the rest of it, like the Stato made 404, but it was 4x1s, not tri-wise, and it was a 3-inch exhaust, bigger headers. But yeah, that being said, I don't believe that, you know, 1 7/8 4x1s and twin 3-inch is necessary for this sort of power level. I really do reckon that these tri-wise, just with some high flow cats and the 2.5-inch exhaust, would still go pretty close to 400. But regardless, because it's being held back by the exhaust, there's no need or reason to start going and playing with the throttle body because it's not the limiting factor. So we're not going to see any advantage there. So there's no point in chasing that up and doing that. So with that said, that's the end of the Monaro. That's all she wrote. So the next thing that they're really going to want for this thing is to sort out this exhaust properly. That being said, full fresh engine, sounds great, it's going awesome, and they're going to have many years of trouble-free motoring provided they definitely look after it. So like I said, it's a real shame that someone at some point really neglected this car that badly, that severely.
It's only got 186,000 on it.
Yeah, so it's a really low K car.
That's pretty crazy.
And for, you know, looking at the way the engine was, I reckon for at least 80 to 90,000 of those, it was not serviced. Just kept.
I said to Bo, I was like 186,000 on the clock, 176,000 since its last service.
Yeah, they probably like had like dealer servicing to like 80,000 or 100,000, and then it was just stopped. I don't know.
It definitely.
Who knows? It's fun.
It definitely sounds like it wasn't the current owners.
No, the current owners do care a lot for the car, which is why it was such a shame to see the condition it was when we pulled it down. So, but that's why it's so good that it's done properly. And honestly, like I talked about, we did manage to get out of it, get it rebuilt for them for a really good price. It is surprising how cheap we're actually able to manage to get them out of the sticky situation they were in. So, happy with that. Car's awesome. I probably didn't show on the hoist as well, but like underneath the car is all new suspension, new brakes. Like it's all like they've spent a lot of money on this car. It's really, really nice. So it is nice to add a nice fresh engine to it. So all right, off she goes to some happy owners. Anyway guys, thanks for watching as always. Smash like, smash subscribe. We will see you on the next one. Peace out. See you, bye. Righto guys, so the Monaro has just left again. We spent probably a good hour just fishing out all of the freaking muffler packing out of the rear muffler. So the rear muffler is obviously collapsed. We managed to get pretty much all of the packing out. It was an itchy crap job, but we got it done. And yeah, it was back because the owner went and got some Pacemaker good big 4-into-1 long tube headers and some high flow cats put on. So that's what we figured was choking up the setup when it left the first time. So back for a bit of a retune. Luckily, I haven't actually got the video out yet, so I can tack this onto the end and you can see. So with the retune, we managed to get just under 390, which is much more like the number we were looking for to start with that combo. So as we knew from that combo from the WK, that was pretty much the exact same combo, almost to a T, just the different exhaust and a few other little differences, but much closer to that 400 horsepower. So 389, which for a stock port-headed, stock bottom end LS1 automatic is still a really good number. So very happy with that. Just a smidge under 390 horsepower. That'll be happy days. That thing will be super, super fun. Really nice little combo. So really like this little 1212. Awesome little cam. Looking forward to putting it in a few more combos. And yeah, that's the big Monaro all sorted. So thanks for watching as always, guys. Head to the merch store. We've got new merch out. We are doing Onsong Performance hoodies now. We've also got new different designs for Onsong Performance. We've got some more boostgumps winter line of merch. So same designs for boostgumps, just now doing hoodies, long sleeves. We've also got beanies as well. So head to the merch store, get yourself a merch. We are doing it through different fulfillment now as well. So it's a different fulfillment service that's actually printing and sending the merch out. They will be doing their printing and sending every day. So daily printing and sending merch out. So shouldn't be a long wait. You should be getting them ASAP. So head to the merch store, grab yourself some merch, support the channel. Thanks for watching as always, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out. See you. Bye.